Hello everyone, myself Heli Mehta, working as an assistant professor in Computer Engineering Department at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Our subject is web programming. Our unit is 3, that is client-side scripting using JavaScript. So today our topic is document object model. It is known as a DOM, document object model. The document object model is a platform and language neutral interface that will allow programs and scripts to dynamically access and update the content, structure and style of the document. So we can dynamically access and dynamically we can update the content, structure and style of the document. So in short, we can update the documents dynamically. The window object is the primary point from which most other objects come. So our primary point is a window object. From the current window object, access and control can be given to the most aspect of the browser features and the HTML documents. When we write document.write in bracket, we write hello words. Okay, so we are actually writing window.document.write in bracket, we are writing hello world. Okay, the window is just there by default. Okay, so window is by default over here. The window object represents the window or frame that displays the document and is the global object in the client side programming for JavaScript. Okay, so window object represent the windows or the frames that display the document. Okay, so a frame or window display the documents and window object represent that window. All the client side objects are connected to the window object. Okay, so client side objects are connected to the window objects. So this is the window. We have a self, parent or a window top. We have a frames, navigator, location, history and documents and screen. Okay, so document object properties. So property first is anchors. Return a collection of all the anchors in the document. Next is applets. Returns a collection of all the applets in the documents. Body returns the body elements of the documents. Cookie returns all names or value pairs of the cookies in the documents. Domain returns the domain name of the server that loaded on the document. So it will return the domain name of the server. Forms return a collection of all the forms in the documents. Images return a collection of all the images in the document. Links return a collection of all links in the document. Refers returns the URL of the document that loaded the current documents. Title set or return the title of the document. So these all are the document object properties. So remember these properties. URL returns the full URL of the documents. Next is a method, document object methods. So we have a write method, the write HTML expression or JavaScript code to the documents. Okay, so we use write method for this. Write ln, same as write but adds a new line character after each statement. Okay, so we can add new line character. Open an output screen to collect the output from the document.write or document.write ln. Okay, so we write over here and for get the output we need the open method. Close the output stream previously opened with document.open. Okay, so previously opened screen are closed using close method. Get element by id, access element with a specific id, so we need the id for this. Get elements by name. Okay, so access all elements with the specific names. Get elements by tag name, access all elements with a specific tag name. Set timeout and clear timeout. Set a time period for calling a function once or cancel it. Okay, so get element by id. When we supposed to get the reference of the element from HTML in the JavaScript using id specified in the HTML, we use this method. Okay, so when we need the reference of the elements, okay, we need the id. Using id we can get the reference of the element. So for example, here we have a HTML. In body we have a input type is equal to text and id is equal to my text. Okay, so here we have a JavaScript in which we are writing in the script tag. Okay, so function, my function is a function name in which we have a one variable that is text. So we are using which method? Get element by id. Okay, so document dot Get element by id is my method, this method name, and in which we have a my text alert text dot value. Okay, so this is the get element by id. Get elements by name. When we supposed to get the reference of the element from HTML in JavaScript using name specified in the HTML, we use this method. Okay, according to name we can get the reference of the elements in the from HTML. It will return the array of elements with the provided names. Okay, so here we need the name. So here we have a input type is equal to text, name is equal to my text. Okay, so here we have a function name document dot get elements by name my text at 0 position. Okay, so here we have to provide the position alert a dot value. Okay, so this is the JavaScript. Get elements by tag name. When we supposed to get the reference of the elements from HTML in JavaScript using name of the tag specified in the HTML, we can use this method. It will return the array of elements with the provided tag name. Okay, so here we have a input type is equal to text, name is equal to username, input type is equal to text, name is equal to password. So we are providing username over here and we are providing password over here. Okay, so for that we have a function name document dot get element by tag name. Here we have to provide the input, so alert a of 0 dot value, a of 1 dot value. So here we have a username and here we have a password. Okay, so this is the get elements by tag name. Forms using DOMs. We can access the elements of forms in the DOM quite easily using the name and ID of the form. So here we have a body, form name is equal to my form. Okay, here we have to provide one name of form. Input type is equal to text, name is equal to username that I have explained in the form in HTML. Input type is equal to text, name is equal to password. Input type is equal to button on click. We are calling this function F. Okay, form is closed, body is closed, and HTML is closed. So now here we have a function F. So here we call the function on click event. So variable a is equal to document dot forms. Name of forms is equal to my forms. Okay, variable u is equal to a dot username dot value. Okay, so here we have to provide the name of username as we are giving username and password. Okay, so here we have a value of username and here we have a value of password. Okay, if u is equal to admin and p is equal to 123, then and then it is valid, else invalid. Okay, so we have a username admin and we have a password 123, then it will gives the valid, otherwise it will gives invalid. Okay, so here in HTML form we are providing username, password, and on button click event we are calling this function, and in this we have to give the value of username and password. If it is admin and pass 123, then and then it will be it give the valid, otherwise it will give the invalid. Okay, so this is the form using DOMs. Validation is the process of checking data against a standard or requirement. Okay, as we are providing right input or not. From validation normally used to occur at the server after client entered necessary data and then pressed at the submit button. Okay, so if we want our result from the GTU, okay, we are entering our enrollment number and then we press OK button. Okay, then our request is sent to the server. Okay, so from validation normally used to occur at the server side. Okay, after client enter necessary data, after entering the data it will check at the server side. If the data entered by a client was incorrect or was simply missing, the server would have to send all the data back to the client and request that the form be resubmitted with the correct information. If you entered wrong enrollment number, then what happened? Okay, so this was really a lengthy process which used to put a lot of burden on the server. If you enter the wrong enrollment number, then server will respond that please enter the correct data and resubmit the form. Okay, so this is the lengthy process. Okay, JavaScript provides a way to validate forms data on the client's computer before sending it into the web server. Okay, so before sending to server, at client side we can check our data is correct or not. Okay, so JavaScript provides a way to validate forms data on the client's computer before sending the data to the web server. Okay, so before sending to server we can check at the client's computer. So from validation generally performs two functions. So first is the basic function, basic validation, that is emptiness, data must not be empty. confirm password, length validation, etc. And second is data format validation, that is the secondary, the data that is entered must be checked for the correct form and value. So the data which we are entering must be correct. Okay, so email validation, mobile number validation, enrollment number validation, etc. Okay, so these all are the data format validation. Mobile number must be in the 10 digit. Okay, email address is in the proper format. Okay, and enrollment number validation. So these all are the validations we are checking. Validation we can using regular expression. A regular expression is an object that describes the pattern of the characters. Okay, so we can use the different patterns. Regular expressions are used to perform pattern matching and search and replace functions on text. Okay, so here we have a pattern. Okay, so here we have a words only. Okay, will allows only words in the string, so it will not allow the digit and special character. Variable regular x, new regular expression, here we are providing the pattern. Okay, so if here we are calling the test method, so this test, we are testing our string. If it is in the this format, okay, then and then it will valid, otherwise it will be invalid. Okay, so this is the regular expression using for the validation. To find word character in the string, we can use /w. Okay, if we want only words, okay, then we have to use this. So we can also use small a to z, capital A to z, or A to z for the same. For non-word character in the string, we can use /w. To find digit character in the string, we can use small d. Okay, 0 to 9 digit. Non-digit character, capital D. We can use /n for new line and /t for tab. Okay, so these all are the quantifiers for regular expression. N plus matches any string that contain at least one n. Okay, n star matches any string that contains 0 or more occurrence of n. N question mark matches any string that contains 0 or 1 occurrence of n. N dollar matches any string with n at the end of it. Okay, so these all are the quantifier used in the regular expression. So regular expression is used for the validation. Thank you.